how to become magnetic. How do you become a magnetic person that attracts the boyfriend, that attracts the girlfriend that you want, and situations? Well, it's very simple, and it's not what you think. A lot of us, when we think of becoming attractive, when we think of becoming a magnetic person, we think, or we put a lot of emphasis in the way we look externally. Especially women, we can fall into this trap more because we want to attract the opposite sex because of society conditioning. We've been told that we have to put so much emphasis on the way we look. We go and spend hundreds and thousands of pounds on beauty treatments. You know what I mean, right? But this isn't it. If it was, then all models and every handsome and pretty girl will be magnetic. And I don't know about you, but I've come across so many people who externally look conventionally beautiful, what society says it's beautiful, and they look pretty and gorgeous. But when I've spent time with them for a little while, there's been times where I'm like, I'm actually not feeling this person. They're kind of boring and dull. I'm not saying for all cases, but this can happen. The point I'm trying to make is, if it was just about the way we look externally, that's what makes someone attractive, then every good-looking person will be magnetic, and that's not true. So, what is it? What is the secret to becoming magnetic? What is the secret to becoming that person who attracts people, not chases them, attracts people? Well, it is focusing on your energy. Energy is the number one most important thing you need to work on, or you need to focus on. It's someone's personality. It's who they are. It's their soul. It's their spirit. This is far more important, hands down, than the way someone looks. It's someone's energy. That's what people get attracted to. We are all energy beings. Everything is energy. So when you start focusing on your energy, if it's good or bad, that's when you start attracting the things that you want. Have you ever noticed people who are really moody, grumpy, miserable? You don't want to hang around that kind of people for too long, complaining, woo me, life is so shit. This happened, my boss did this, my colleague did this, my boyfriend, he's an absolute nightmare, constantly complaining about every little thing. And yes, these people, miserable people, misery loves company, they attract other miserable people, but in general, you want to stay away from these people. They're like energy vampires. That's why we call them energy vampires. They suck your energy. You leave them feeling depleted. That's why it's so important that we protect our energy, that we are very mindful about who we spend our time with. Not many people want to be around miserable people who are complaining all the time. I don't know about you, but for me, it's like I have a time limit with these type of people. I've been there and I've done that, and I've had even family members who fall into this category, and it's soul sucking. It's hard. It drags you down. To become a magnetic person, you need to know how to lift yourself up, not down. So the number one thing I encourage you to do if you want to become a magnetic person is to become obsessed with your life. Fall in love with your life. I know so often, and I was this person, so I am speaking from experience. We often think that our happiness lies with someone else, and so we put our life on hold on the things that we want, and we put so much emphasis, so much focus on finding that perfect partner. But you know what? In order to attract that perfect partner, the secret is to focus on yourself. Focus on creating the life that you want. Focus on falling in love with your own life, and people will be able to see that. When you start focusing on creating your dream life, creating the life that you want, when you have the attitude, I'm gonna go for it, when you have courage to go after what you really want, people will be able to see that. And people want a piece of that. When they see someone going after what they want, having the courage, taking risks, the go-getters, the people that are not afraid to stand out and to be different, to live your life authentically the way you want, not because of what other people have dictated to you or what society has said how you should live your life. You have the courage to live the life that you want, and you go after it. This is what makes you magnetic. This is what makes people want a piece of you, because they can see you living your best life, and that is so effing attractive. Because the truth is, most people don't have the courage to go and live their dream life. Most people don't have the courage to take risks, to live the life that they truly desire. So when you're concentrating and when you are living the life that you love, people will be inspired by it, because it doesn't happen often. And you become magnetic. This moves me on to the next point. If you want to be a magnetic person, if you want to become a person that attracts people, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is that you want, is to become passionate about things, is to do things that you feel passionate about. And I feel passionate about this topic. I've mentioned this in some of my other videos. It's so important that we, as humans, we find our individuality and we find things that we enjoy as individuals. I cannot stress this enough, because as humans, we are creators. We are creators of our own life. And what gives you energy? What brings you light? This is what makes you a passionate person, and that's what makes you attractive. When we are embraced in things, when we are fully involved in things that we feel passionate about, we raise our frequency, we are living in a high vibration, and that's attractive. People can see that. What is it that you're passionate about? Are you doing it? Are you? Like, if I give you an example, I love music. I love music. I love it so much. I need to listen to music almost every day. And sometimes I go to music events, and I go to these music events alone. And I go into my own zone, into my element when I go to these events, and I'll be, dancing on my own. I'm just high. I'm high. I'm feeling high. Music makes me feel high. And naturally, I've noticed that people are drawn towards me. I'm not saying this to be boastful or to be like, look at me, I attract all the people. Not in that kind of way. I'm just trying to give you an example that when you are in your element, when you are doing something that you love, people are drawn to it. So when I'm in my element and I'm dancing and I'm high, people are drawn towards me. They're curious. They want to be part of my radius, that energy. They can see it. They're curious. They come and ask me, who are you here with? They want to be part of that high vibration that I'm in. And, some people need drugs for that. I'm just saying, but I feel like sometimes when you find your passion, that can be your natural drug. That can be what gives you a high. And do we not all want to be high? Do we not all want to feel alive? Isn't that the purpose of living? To feel alive, to find things that make us feel alive, that make you feel alive. What is it? Have you discovered it? If you haven't, go discover what makes you feel alive. And that's what makes you magnetic. That's what makes you shine. That's what makes you stand out from the rest. It doesn't have to be going to a music festival or something like this. I also find it could be passions that you do maybe indoors. Like when I do art sometimes, when I get the chance to. The idea of starting something with my bare hands, creating something, overcoming challenges and looking at a piece of art that I've created, it gives me such a sense of fulfillment. It gives me that sense of achievement, that I've achieved something from scratch. And that is what gives you that feeling of high vibration. That's what gives you something that makes you feel like you've achieved something. So you are on a higher vibration, high frequency. That's what makes you magnetic. People can sense that. Because you feel good in yourself when you are doing things that you are passionate about. It makes you feel good. When you feel good, you are going to be magnetic. Try and think of things that you could do to make you an interesting person, because when you do, that's when you will start attracting people, situations that you want, when you are so busy with your life that you don't even get a chance to think about being alone, about the gaps, about feeling lonely, because you're just so busy doing the things that you love. And naturally, people want a piece of that. The next thing I would like to mention about becoming a magnetic person is being confident. People who are magnetic, who are attractive, who attract people and situations, they are confident people. They are the type of people who are going to be themselves unapologetically. They accept themselves fully, including their imperfections. And that is attractive. Like, I'm sure you may have met people, although they may not be perfect, but they're so confident in themselves. That's what makes them leaders. That's what makes them attractive. They're willing to take risks. They're willing to fail because they know that failing and making mistakes is a part and parcel of life, and that's how we learn. People who are confident have the courage to go after what they want, even if it means upsetting people or not falling into the standards of what society wants. people who are confident to wear what they want, even if it's not the same as what everyone else is wearing within their environment. They're not afraid to be different. They're okay to be unique. People who are confident accept who they are and they know who they are not. They're not trying to pretend to be someone else. And this is what makes someone magnetic. When you truly embrace who you are, you accept your imperfections and you're not trying to be someone who you are not. I don't know about you, but that is attractive. So I hope these tips have given you some idea, have encouraged you to think about how you can become more magnetic as a person, because you can. We all have it within us to become magnetic. It's just we all need to work on it. And we need to have the courage. You need to have the courage to go after what you truly want and to become the person that you want. Let me know below if you'd like to add anything I've said in this video that I've not mentioned that can make someone magnetic. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you're all doing really well. And if you've liked this video, I hope you'd consider subscribing so that it tells me that you like these types of videos, and then I can go and make some more. That would really help and support me. I'd really appreciate that. I hope you're all doing well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'm sending you my love, and I'll see you later. Bye.